In 1991, two hikers were walking through the Alps, on the border of Italy and Austria. They weren't looking for anything special, just a mountain walk. But what they found that day would shake the entire world of science. Sticking out of the melting ice was a human body. Not a skeleton. A full human body. Preserved. Frozen. And over 5,000 years old. Stay till the end, because the last part will completely change how you think about what ancient humans were actually capable of. So let me paint you a picture. The year is around 3,300 BC. Somewhere high in the Alps, a man is making his way through the mountains alone. He is probably exhausted. He has just eaten a meal. And then something happens. Something violent. Something final. He falls in the snow and ice. And there he stays. For over 5,000 years. Until two hikers accidentally stumble across his frozen body in the summer of 1991. His name today is Otzi, and he is the best preserved prehistoric human ever found. Now here is where it gets wild. Scientists didn't just find a frozen body, they found an entire life story locked inside that ice. Every tool, every meal, every wound, every secret. Frozen in time, waiting to be discovered 5,000 years later. Let's start with what Otzi was wearing, because this man was seriously well dressed for his time. He had a coat made from at least 4 different animal skins stitched together. His leggings were made from goat leather. His shoes were insulated with grass stuffed inside. Basically prehistoric hiking boots. He had a bearskin hat and a woven grass cape that worked like a raincoat. This wasn't random. This was intelligent, carefully designed cold weather gear, built from the materials around him. 5,000 years ago, this man understood layering and insulation, the same way a modern mountaineer would. But his gear was just the beginning. Otzi was also carrying tools that told a whole other story. He had a copper axe, incredibly rare for that time, which meant he was not an ordinary person. He had a longbow he was still in the process of finishing. He had arrows, a flint knife, and a leather pouch full of small tools. This man was equipped, prepared, and skilled. He was not just wandering, he was on a mission. Now here comes the layer that will really get you. Scientists studied what was still inside Otzi's stomach. His last meal, eaten just 30 to 60 minutes before he died, was surprisingly complete. He had eaten red deer meat, wild grains, and plants. He had eaten well. He was not starving. He was not desperate. He was a well-fed, well-equipped man in the middle of a journey, which makes what happened next even more mysterious. Otzi did not die from the cold. He did not die from hunger. He did not fall and hit his head. He was murdered. Scientists found an arrowhead lodged deep in his left shoulder. It had pierced a major blood vessel. He would have bled out within minutes. And from the position of his body and his belongings, it seems like he never even saw it coming. Someone shot him from behind, in the middle of the mountains, 5,000 years ago. And there's more. His hands showed signs of recent fighting. He had cuts on his fingers consistent with grabbing a blade. He had been in a hand-to-hand fight just days before he died. His body told a story of a man who had survived something violent recently, and then was killed before he could recover. So, who was Otzi? Why was he targeted? Why was he alone in the mountains? We still don't know. But scientists have pieced together enough to know that his world was not peaceful. Violence, conflict, and danger were real parts of daily life 5,000 years ago. This wasn't just a time of cave paintings and campfires. This was a complex world with trade, tools, rivalries, and real human drama. But here is the part that hits differently when you sit with it. Otzi was about 45 years old when he died. By ancient standards, that was a long life. His teeth showed years of wear. His joints showed years of hard work. His body carried old healed injuries alongside new ones. This man had survived so much. Harsh winters, dangerous hunts, physical fights. Only to be taken out by a single arrow on an ordinary mountain crossing. He was somebody's enemy. Maybe somebody's friend. Maybe somebody's father. We will never know his name, his tribe, his story, but we know his face. Scientists reconstructed it, and looking at it feels strange and powerful all at once. because he looks like someone you might pass on the street today. And that is the thing about Otzi that stays with you. He wasn't a primitive creature from another world. He was a modern human, just like us, living a complex, dangerous, fully human life in a world 5,000 years gone. He had skills. He had enemies. He had a last meal. He had plans for that day that never got finished. The ice kept his secrets for 5,000 years. And now, piece by piece, we are finally listening.